What's going on, good people? It's your boy Ira Day, and welcome to a new season of Daytime Sports. Man, oh man, oh man. Oh, I am super excited for the 2019-2020 season. First of all, my man Zeke. My man got that piper. He got that bread. You know what I'm saying? I might have to check. If I run into him, man, I'm gonna have to ask him to loan me something. You feel what I'm saying? 50 million guaranteed, 6 years, $90 million extension, 50 million guaranteed. Like I said, got what he wanted. And it's still a team friendly deal when you look at the whole aspect of it, because it's really an 8-year deal because it's an extension to the 2 years that he already has. Super excited about that. Got some new things coming this season. Just going to really enjoy. Hope you all enjoy it. Believe you all will enjoy it. But right now, for today, man, you already know what I'm coming with. I got to come with my early predictions. The season is getting ready to start this coming week. And man, I got to let y'all know how I feel and what I think about my Dallas Cowboys. You already know what it is. So let me begin. First, the New York Giants. I got us getting that dub in that game. And the reason why I got us getting that dub in that game is because, just plain and simple, the Giants just don't have enough. They don't have enough. They don't have enough talent. Their offense, Sterling Shepard's their best receiver, who I like. Of course, Sterling Shepard's a good receiver. Evan Ingram, good tight end. But the other receivers, Golden Tate, he's suspended for the first 4 games, so we don't have to worry about him in his first game. And then who is it? Lito Shepard, I believe, and some other players I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't even know. Saquon Barkley, that's who we gotta focus on. We stop him, it's gonna be ugly. And then even on defense, they got rid of all of their playmakers. They got rid of Snacks Harrison last year. They got rid of Olivier Vernon. They don't have Landon Collins. They still got Jackrabbit. But other than that, Ogletree, he's a decent player, but he's nobody that you're just afraid of, and I just really don't see, they drafted Dexter Lawrence, but he's a rookie. Let's see. I don't think he's just going to come straight in wreaking havoc. This ain't college. This the NFL. So you going up against Zach Martin. You going up against Travis Frederick. You going up against, you're not going to go up against Tyron Smith or Lyle Collins because those are the tackles. But, you may have some success over Suafilo, but, matter of fact, let me take that back. I'm sorry, Connor Williams. So, no, because Connor Williams, he's bigger now. He's stronger now. You could tell that the offseason program, they done got him bulked up. So this ain't college, baby. This ain't Clemson. You ain't going up against Florida State. You ain't going up against North Carolina State. You ain't going up against Duke. You going up against these big boys. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is. Like I said, we got that dub from New York, man, in Dallas, in AT&T Stadium. You already know what it is. We got them Redskins, man, and I believe if y'all watched me last year, y'all already know how I feel about them. Ain't no way in the world I'm saying we gonna lose to the Redskins. It just ain't happening. But let's also be realistic. Their D is scary. Their D is scary, but who they got on offense? Who's catching the ball? Who? I think they got Paul Richardson. I don't even know who else they have, honestly, because they got rid of Josh Doxson because he was a bust. So who do they have receiving the ball? Of course, they running backs. They got running backs for days. They got Adrian Peterson. They got Darius Geis. Darius Geis. They got Bryce Love. I'm not sure if he's 100% healthy, but if he is, they got him. They got Chris Thompson still. So they got backs for days. But you can't be one dimensional in this league, man. You got to be balanced. It's a passing league, but you got to be balanced. You got to pass the ball. You got to run the ball. If you can only do one and you can't do the other, then what? Again, they D is scary. I'm not even sleeping on their D. It's like Alabama University on their defense. From Allen to Payne to now they got Landon Collins. The linebacker boys, I know my boy got hurt for the season towards ACL in minicamp, but they got Sean Dion Hamilton at the middle linebacker position. Reuben Foster is the one who got hurt. So I mean, their defense is legit. They still got Josh Norman on the outside. Other side, I'm not really. I know Breland is gone. I'm not really sure who they got on the other side, but I don't believe it's gonna be no threat. But we gonna see. I believe it's Dunbar they got on the other side, but we gonna see. But when it comes to their D, but I don't believe that they have enough offense to really be able to do anything to win a game, even if they do. Defense does play stout because our defense is elite as well. So I believe that our offense is going to be much, much better than theirs, plain and simple. Dolphins, ain't really much to say on that one. That's a dub because, I mean, they tanking. I mean, they got rid of Laramie Tunsil, Kenny Steele's gone, Kiko Alonso gone. Like, they getting rid of everybody. And they can say all they want, they ain't trying to tank, but it is what it is. They tanking. I mean, you don't get rid of all of that talent. I mean, because it is what it is. Laramie Tunsil's a good doggone tackle. He only dropped in the draft because of that doggone weed mask he had. Let's be real, because if it wasn't for that, he definitely more than likely would have been in the top 5 because a lot of people were saying that he was the best player in that draft. But it is what it is. Next game, the Saints. As much as I hate to say it, I'm going to say that's a loss. It's in New Orleans. I know they're going to be thinking about last year, week 13, when we beat them 13-10. And our defense was just pretty much just beat the living daylights out of Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara and the boys. I mean, we gave them the business.
10 tackles in the game. 3rd down and 17. Setting up a screen for Kamara. Good pursuit, and Jalen Smith delivers the blow, and Kamara a bit staggered after that hit. 4th down.
And Sean Payton, he's over there talking to the official about it right now. He clearly took a big hit at the end of this, and that's a lead to the helmet, and there's a call that should have been easy to make.
Mike Pereira, that should have been called.
Yeah, we haven't seen many called this year, but that's a clear example.
Our offense didn't do much, but they ain't really have to because our defense was just they was on another level that night. Excuse me. And I know that the Saints going to be thinking about that, and it's going to be in their house this time. And Mercedes-Benz Superdome, I ain't going to lie to you, that's one of the toughest places to play in the league. I'm not saying like they going to blow us out or anything like that, but I do believe that they probably going to get that victory that week. Next week, we got the Packers. And I believe we're going to beat them Packers. Why? Despite Aaron Rodgers being one of the best, if not the best quarterbacks in the NFL, I believe our D is better than when we played them 2 years ago. And especially when it comes to our secondary. And we just a better overall team. Our defense is better than when they saw us 2 years ago. When it comes to the front seven, when it comes to our secondary and our offense, I believe we got better receivers with Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup. Randall Cobb is coming. Randall Cobb is going to be playing his old team, so I know he's going to be motivated. Still got Tavon. I mean, this is literally one of the best Cowboys teams that I have seen in a long time, since the 90s. People can say all day, oh, well, 2007 or whatever that year was, we had 11 Pro Bowlers or 13 Pro Bowlers. That's a whole lot. But if you really look at the talent on this team compared to that team, outside of T.O. and DeMarcus Ware, and Tony Romo. Let me not forget about Romo, because people can hate all they want. Romo was a bad boy. But outside of those three, the other ones, okay, whatever. It is what it is. But I got us getting that victory against the Packers. The next week, we playing against the Jets. And The Jets are really, really my sleeper team this year. I think they're going to be much better than what people think. I mean, with Le'Veon Bell, they got C.J. Mosley on defense now. With Jamal Adams, they drafted Quinnen Williams. They still got Leonard Williams. I mean, I think they're going to be, and I like Ryan Anderson as a. I think he's an underrated wide receiver. He's small, but he's fast, good route runner. I think he's a good wide receiver, but I don't believe in Sam Darnold yet, and I just don't. I believe in Dak Prescott over Sam Darnold. You know, this is second year. Not saying that he's not going to be a good quarterback or he's not a good quarterback. I believe that he is, but I just don't. I don't see him just like taking off this year, if that makes sense. I believe year 3 more than likely is going to be his year, but not quite yet. Not quite yet. And that's why I'm picking us over the Jets, because I just believe in Dak Prescott more than I believe in Sam Darnold. And I've seen Dak Prescott do it in big games and things like that, in key moments where when we needed him to come through, even though he may frustrate you, he's like one of the type of quarterbacks that you love him and then you hate him. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But you know, but when you need him, he comes through. And you got to give him that. You got to give him that. I don't care what nobody say. Straight like that. Next game is against the Eagles. I think we're gonna lose this game. It's in Dallas. And, you know, wouldn't be shocked if we won. But the reason why, because we did sweep them last year. We swept the Philly last year. But and I said this before, but they really, really do play well in Dallas. I don't know what it is about them in Dallas, but it's like they play at a different level. They really, really do. And, you know, they got a lot of weapons, man. I mean, Jordan Howard, Miles Sanders from Penn State, that was a great pickup. When I saw that pickup on the draft, I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? But them two together, I believe, is going to be an excellent 1-2 punch. They got Deshaun Jackson back. They still got Alshon Jeffrey. They still, if I'm not mistaken, they still got Nelson Aguilar. You know, man, they still got Zach Ertz. The offensive line is still legit. So their defense is stout. Plain and simple. I'm not even gonna hate on their defense, from Fletcher Cox to Brandon Graham. Just man, they got a lot of talent on Philly. I'm not even gonna hate. I can't stand them, but it is what it is. You know, I gotta spit facts, and they do. They are loaded. And it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be real tough. I believe it is gonna be between Philly and us to win the division. I don't give New York or Washington a chance. I believe it's either gonna be Dallas or Philly to win this division, and you'll know at the end of this what I think. All right, next game, got that second game against the Giants, and again, they just not good, and they just not a good team. I just don't see it. By this time, though, I do believe Daniel Jones will be the starting quarterback for the New York Giants, but I don't think that's going to change anything. He's a rookie. You know, even though he's not probably going to have like a lot of film on him and things like that, you know, preseason, that's all good. You did good in the preseason and you did what you were supposed to do. You looked well, taking nothing from that. But the regular season and these real games is a different ball game. People barely blitzing in the preseason. They really not showing you different looks and things like that. So, I mean, it's a different ball game when you're talking about this. And this a divisional game at a divisional game. Come on, man. Come on now. You got to bring it. And we're gonna bring that hammer. Jalen Smith and the Wolf Hunter. Oh, we're gonna bring that hammer. Believe that. I'm telling you. Shoot. Next week we got the Vikings. And I ain't gonna really spend much time on this, but I got us winning this game, and for one reason. We don't lose to Kirk Cousins. Plain and simple. We do not lose to Kirk Cousins. I'm going to leave it at that. Next week, we got them Lions in Detroit. And I got us losing this game. And the reason why, we beat them last year. Close game, tough game, beat them with a last second field goal. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what it is about Matthew Stafford when he plays us, but he plays like he's freaking Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers or somebody. I don't know if it's because he's from Texas and maybe growing up, I'm not sure, I'm just making assumptions, but maybe growing up he was a Cowboys fan, so now every time he plays against us, he just wants to show out. I don't know what it is, but this man balls out every single time he plays us. Even in games we win, he be balling out. And it just, I don't know, but I just think we're going to lose that game just because every time we play Detroit, he makes me nervous. And it literally is because of Matthew Stafford. I really don't understand it. But I got us losing that game. Next week against the Patriots in Foxborough. As much as I would love to win that game, I got us losing because it's just so hard to win in Foxborough. And Bill Belichick is a freaking genius. Tom Brady is the best quarterback, the greatest quarterback of all time, the greatest quarterback of all time. I mean, I done seen Joe Montana. Aaron Rodgers is probably the best quarterback that I've ever seen physically, and what he can do when it comes to throwing the ball and when it comes to throwing off the run and when it comes to just overall as a quarterback, Aaron Rodgers is probably the best I've ever seen. But when it comes to just being the GOAT, I mean, you can't deny Tom Brady. 6 Super Bowls, I think 8 appearances or something like that, or 8 appearances to the Super Bowl. So just that alone, and that's all within a decade. That's all within a decade, man. A decade and a half, but still, it's hard to win in the NFL, man. It's hard to win, and the level of consistency that the Patriots display is just amazing. It's amazing. I can't say enough about it, but I got us losing that game. Again, I would love to win that game. And all these games I'm saying we losing, I'm not saying that we don't have a chance to win, because I do think we can beat the Patriots, but I just don't think we will. So yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. Thanksgiving Day, we got them Bills, and we're going to be angry because if you really paid attention to this, we lost to the Lions and we lost 2 weeks in a row to the Lions and the Patriots. Oh, we coming out hard. We coming out on fire. And Josh Allen is going to feel it. He's going to feel it. He's definitely going to feel it. So yeah, we definitely not losing 3 weeks in a row, especially on Thanksgiving. We be balling on Thanksgiving. Let's just keep it real. I mean, you got a couple of times where we might, we lose and might have got blown out, but for the most part, we be balling on Thanksgiving, straight like that. Next week we got the Bears, and I got us losing that game. It's freezing in Chicago in December, plain and simple. And even though we got the formula to win and we got the formula to play in the cold because we a run first team, Chicago's defense is so serious. I mean, Khalil Mack, Eddie Jackson, Kyle Fuller, Brandon Lloyd. I mean, not Brandon Lloyd. I apologize. Leonard Floyd, Keem Hicks. They defense is my man from Georgia, the linebacker, the middle linebacker. My mind is going blank right now, but they got talent everywhere on defense, and I believe they upgraded at safety with Clinton Dix. Not taking anything away from Adrian Amos. He was a good player, but I do believe that Clinton Dix is an upgrade from him. But that defense is serious. It really is. And Matt Nagy, he's a creative offensive play caller. So I just think about what happened to us in the Rams game in the playoffs, and with just so many different movements in the formation and things like that. You can run the same play, but you can make it look so different in so many different ways. And I believe Matt Nagy has that kind of skill set when it comes to his play calling. So it's going to be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one, but I do have us losing that game to Chicago. But we may see them again. The following week we got the Rams, and we gonna win this game. We gonna get our payback because they embarrassed us in the playoffs last year. Now, score wise, the score didn't really show how bad they beat us. I mean, you talking about 273 yards rushing as a team. They ran down our throats. They literally ran down our throats. And I've been so back and forth with this game because my owner, he's a huge Rams fan. So, you know, he really had a lot of bragging to do. He didn't get me too bad, but he could have if he wanted to last year. But I just believe we're going to get that payback. I really do believe we're going to get that payback. The next game is against the Eagles. And I believe we're going to win this game because we own Lincoln Financial Field. I don't care what nobody say. When we go to Philly, we ball out every year, every time. Don't matter. We just give y'all the business. So I just, you know, he had 150 yards rushing on y'all last year. You know what I'm saying? That first game, Sunday Night Football, couldn't stop him. I mean, you talking about Fletcher Cox, all them boys, they just couldn't do nothing with him. That boy was just doing his thing. But I just really believe that we own that field. You know, we own the field. I know that's gonna make a lot of people mad, but I don't care because it is what it is. Go back and look at the wins in Philly and the losses. I guarantee you, just do the past 10 years, just do the past decade. I guarantee you, our record is serious when it comes to that in Philly. The last game of the season, Washington Redskins. I know we're going to play our starters. I believe we're going to play our starters in this game because I believe this game is going to be very important. I got us winning, of course, but I believe it's going to be important because I believe this is going to be something that we may be playing for a first round bye in this game and also the division. So I think we're going to win the game, which means that we going to finish 11-5. I also believe Philly is going to finish 11-5, but I believe that we're going to win the division because we're going to have the tiebreaker from beating them the week before. And because we beat the Redskins in the last game, that's going to cause us to win the division. And I'm hoping and believing that it also may be for the division, but also for a first round bye in the playoffs. Not the number one seed, maybe not the number one seed, but the number 2 seed to at least get a bye. But we're going to see, man. This is going to be a great year. Please like, subscribe, follow me, all that good stuff, man, because this season is going to be great. My Cowboys, I think we're going to do something special this year. I think we're going to do something special. So y'all need to check that out.